Welcome to A Slice with Dice, where we explore the real-life experiences of school leadership. I'm Corey Alderdice, Executive Director of the Arkansas School for Mathematics, Sciences, and the Arts. I'm a seasoned school administrator of specialized programs and will share personal reflections, lessons learned, and insights from the ever-evolving world of education. Whether you're a teacher, leader, parent, or simply passionate about schools, join me as we dive into the challenges and triumphs of guiding schools and shaping our communities. Here's this week's thought. We're digging into a topic that hits close to home for far too many families in Arkansas: food insecurity. Now, if you're not familiar with the term, food insecurity is when someone doesn't have reliable access to enough affordable, nutritious food. It's a problem that affects a lot more people than you might think in the natural state, and it has a huge impact on kids, especially when it comes to their education. Arkansas continues to face significant challenges when it comes to food insecurity, with the state consistently ranking among the highest in the nation for households struggling to access enough nutritious food. In fact, according to a recent United States Department of Agriculture report, Arkansas was ranked the worst state in the nation for food insecurity. In 2023, nearly 19% of households in Arkansas experienced food insecurity, which is considerably higher than the national average of 13.5%. This troubling figure reflects a steady increase in the number of households facing insecurity in the state, up from previous years. And for some, it's even worse. About 7% of households reported very low food security, which means they had to skip meals or eat less because they just didn't have the money or resources. The situation is particularly dire for households with children. The report highlights that in Arkansas, a significant percentage of families with children reported either low or very low food security. Specifically, 8.9% of households with children faced severe food insecurity, meaning that at times, even the children experienced reduced food intake and disruptive eating patterns due to a lack of resources. Now, this is a stark contrast to the national average, where just 1% of households with children reported very low food security among the children. But let's bring this closer to our schools. Food insecurity doesn't just affect what happens around the dinner table. It spills over into the classroom, too. Kids who don't get enough to eat often have trouble focusing, their grades might slip, and they might even act out because they're dealing with the stress of hunger. It's not just about feeling hungry, it's about the long-term effects that hunger can have on their learning and development. And that's where programs like free and reduced price meals in schools come in. These programs are an absolute lifeline for many students in Arkansas. For some kids, the meals they get at school might be the most substantial food they eat all day. Imagine trying to concentrate on a math problem when your stomach is growling. That's the reality for too many kids, and school meal programs help to bridge that gap. Recent expansions of school meal programs in high-need areas to include all students have helped to alleviate the burden of paperwork and processes that can often be a stumbling block for those who need it the most. And these meals don't just feed bellies, they support academic success. Studies have shown that kids who have access to nutritious meals at school perform better in their classes, have better attendance, and are more likely to graduate. And it's not just about the academic benefits. These programs also help to reduce the stigma that can come with being food insecure. When everyone has access to the same meals at school, it creates a more level playing field and helps kids feel like they belong. But of course, there's more to be done. Arkansas has a lot of areas known as food deserts, places where it's tough to find fresh, healthy food. In fact, 62 out of 75 counties in the state have been identified as food deserts. This means that even outside of school, many families struggle to access the food they need. And when you think about how much time kids do spend out of school, weekends, holidays, summers, it becomes clear just how important community support is. Now, the good news is that there are programs and organizations working to tackle the issue. The Arkansas Department of Human Services has rolled out initiatives like summer EBT programs, which helps families with school-age kids by giving them extra money for food during the summer months. And there's SNAP, which you might know as food stamps, that provides essential support to low-income families. And local groups are also stepping up. The Arkansas Minority Health Commission, for example, recently awarded grants to several organizations to help combat food insecurity in specific communities. These grants are a great start, but as Governor Sarah Sanders pointed out, there's still a lot of work to be done. We've got to keep pushing for more comprehensive solutions. So, what can we do? Brian Burton, CEO of Arkansas Food Bank, called the recent USDA report on food insecurity, quote, a wake-up call. And he's right. Whether it's donating to food banks, volunteering our time, or just spreading the word, every bit helps. Hunger isn't just someone else's problem, it's all of ours. And by working together, we can make a real difference. As we wrap up today's episode, let's keep in mind that food insecurity isn't just a statistic. It's about real people, real kids, and real families in our communities. And the more we talk about it and take action, the closer we get to making sure that every child in Arkansas has the food they need to grow, learn, and thrive. A Slice with Dice is a production of the Arkansas School for Mathematics, Sciences, and the Arts. I hope today's reflection sparked some thoughts for your own journey. If you enjoyed the episode, please subscribe, share, and leave a review. Let's keep learning and leading together. Until next time, keep striving for growth and excellence. Thanks for tuning in.